Hey guys, welcome back to the Music Mindset channel. I'm going to do a quick reaction to a Philly cheesesteak sandwich that my daughter just made. Mmm. I had to just get out of the way. Uh, had a Philly cheesesteak for dinner, and that's like my first time trying one of those things. And man, that thing was good. I think she had some bell peppers or some type of peppers and stuff like that. But anyway, this video is about a subjective and disputable and controversial issue in the world of music. We're talking about who is the greatest or the best rock and roll guitar player in history. We're not talking about who started first or who started last. We're talking about who is considered the best. But when I was thinking about this, that's a tough one. Man, that's a tough one. If I ask you guys, I know y'all got a lot to say about that. But when I did a little digging, I was looking at the impact. Let me show you some of the criteria that I was looking for. And then I used some technology to verify the accuracy to get the top 10. I mean, there's more than 10, of course, but we're focused on the top 10. And it's a list of the undisputable top 10 rock guitar players of all time. It's a musical preference and it's going to vary. But this list includes guitarists who have not only demonstrated exceptional technical skills, but have also left an indelible mark on the rock genre with their innovative playing styles and memorable performances. Now that's important because, and some of y'all are going to help me out with this, how memorable was the performance? How does it go down in history? Because it's very subjective. Like, you know, if we're talking about running a race, who's the fastest, we look at the finish line and we see who gets there first. When we're talking about who's the best guitar player, because I got my own opinion and I'm going to get to him, and I can't wait to do that video after I get everything straightened out. And I'll just give you a tip off. My favorite artist out of all music, my favorite musician out of all music, Pat Metheny. I'll get into him more on why he's my favorite and the impact that it's had on my life, because it has had some impact on my life and my musical career. Most of the music I do has nothing to do with his music or his style. But if it wasn't for his music, let's just say I wouldn't know half of the things that I know about music. And I'll get into that in another video, because this video right now is in the genre of rock and roll guitar players. I got my man, he's going to help me out, Voice Man, and listen to him, and then I'll come back right after that.
All right there, Mr. Mindset. Greetings, fellow music aficionados. Prepare to embark on a journey through the annals of rock history as we count down the indisputable top 10 rock guitar players of all time. That will be based on what the pros say anyhow. These axe-wielding legends have strummed their way into our hearts, leaving an indelible mark on the world of music. From electrifying riffs to soul-stirring solos, let's celebrate their unparalleled talents and the bands that helped them reach legendary status. Kicking off our epic countdown at number 10 is the instrumental virtuoso Joe Satriani, whose masterful technique and captivating melodies have dazzled fans around the globe. With a catalog of solo albums and collaborations, Satriani's six-string prowess knows no bounds. Sliding in at number 9 is the irrepressible Angus Young, the pint-sized powerhouse of AC/DC. Armed with his signature Gibson SG and a schoolboy uniform, Young's electrifying stage presence and thunderous riffs have become synonymous with the band's rock anthems. Rocking our way to number 8 is the Latin rock maestro Carlos Santana, whose fusion of rock, blues, and Afro-Latin rhythms has cast a spell over generations of music lovers. The Santana Band's transcendent sound is a testament to his artistry. Crashing into the 7th spot is the blues virtuoso Stevie Ray Vaughan, whose searing guitar solos and emotive playing reignited the flames of the blues genre. With his band Double Trouble, Vaughan's legacy burns brighter than ever. Nailing down the number 6 slot is the iconic Slash, the top hat-clad maestro of Guns N' Roses. His melodic yet gritty playing carved a path to rock stardom and helped define the sound of an era. Thundering into the 5th place is David Gilmour, the sonic architect of Pink Floyd. Gilmour's ethereal solos and emotive phrasing have turned songs into timeless sonic landscapes, making Pink Floyd a cornerstone of rock history. Ascending to the 4th spot is the one and only Eddie Van Halen, whose innovative tapping technique and virtuosic playing forever altered the course of rock guitar. With Van Halen, he unleashed a new wave of sonic fury. Nudging their way to number 3 are the unmistakable sounds of Jimmy Page, the legendary guitarist of Led Zeppelin. Page's intricate guitar work and monumental riffs laid the foundation for the band's explosive rock epics. Claiming the runner-up position is the legendary Eric Clapton, affectionately known as Slow Hand. Clapton's blues-infused mastery and emotive playing have earned him a spot among the guitar greats, both as a solo artist and with iconic bands. And now, drumroll, please, as we unveil the ultimate rock guitar player of all time at number 1. Hey listen, this just is what it is. There is no favoritism. This brother was just on another level, and that can't be denied if you've ever listened to his stuff. Jimi Hendrix. With his unprecedented creativity, mind-bending solos, and sheer showmanship, Hendrix reshaped the guitar's possibilities and transcended the boundaries of music itself. Rock enthusiasts, there you have it, our electrifying countdown of the top 10 rock guitar players who've ignited stages and fueled our passion for music. Until our next sonic adventure, keep that music mindset alive and keep on rocking. Back to you again, Mindset.
Yeah, that's powerful, man. I know some of y'all are pulling your hair out. Some of you are going to agree with what you saw. And then I know some of you are going to tear me another butthole in disagreement. But yeah, now I can tell you personally, listening to Jimi Hendrix for the first time, knew about him all my life, but had never really listened. But it was a number of years back when I heard some of his stuff. And I was like, that's just on another level. You know, you can argue and say, oh, blah, blah, blah. We're not talking about how fast your fingers move or anything like that. I'm just saying this guy's taking a piece of wood and strings and he's making things happen, especially at the time that he was doing that stuff. He's making things happen that are just different. That's the only thing I can say. They're just different. Everybody else is copying him. Like, I mean, you say this person is great and that person is great. Well, they got it from him. Keep it real. You say this person is better than Jimi Hendrix, that person is better than Jimmy, and you got to also realize you can't say that without realizing. Ask that person who you think is greater where they got their methods and their style and their ideas from. And I guarantee you 90% of the 95, 99.9 will probably tell you, I got it from Jimi Hendrix. So I would have to agree, not happily, because I was hoping that it wouldn't be him. But doing the research, it just falls in his lap. Eric Clapton, number 2. Jimmy Page, number 3. Eddie Van Halen, number 4. David Gilmour, number 5. Slash, number 6. Stevie Ray Vaughan, 7. Carlos Santana, 8. Angus Young, 9. Joe Satriani, 10. I don't want Carlos Santana on that list. I when I think of great rock and roll, he's not the first person coming to my mind, but I can't speak for rock and roll. I just know of it. I'm starting to listen to it, but I don't see him. And some of y'all say, hey, Mindset, what are you talking about, man? Carlos is great. And he probably is. I just don't think of when somebody says great rock and roll guitar player, I don't think of Carlos Santana. But consensus says out of the top 10, Carlos Santana's there. Y'all tell me in the comments what you think. Show me where you disagree. Let's discuss it. Like I said, when it comes down to that instrument guitar, I got my favorite. I got my favorite drummer, my favorite piano player. Rock and roll guitar, I'm not as familiar with, but I do agree that Jimi Hendrix is got to be number one because everything else I hear, it sounds like they took lessons from Jimi Hendrix. My favorite guitar player is Pat Metheny. My favorite rock and roll is Jimi Hendrix. It's debatable. Oh, let me not leave out Earl Clue. He's got that song, and I'm going to do a review video on that. And I'm not going to give it away in this, but Earl Clue, I didn't know he was that great. That's a different genre, but it's still guitar. So anyway, I'm rambling, and I think it's that cheesesteak got me kind of like. But I'm gonna take a. I'm gonna leave it right there. If you disagree, you give me your top 10 list, or let's not make it so long so we have enough room to do it. If let's look at the top 5. If you disagree at the top 10, give me your top 5 greatest rock and roll guitar players, and let's go from there. But the research, with a little help of AI and a few other things, that was the list. And getting information from the pros, the competition says that that was the list. So anyway, I'm gonna see you guys next time, and we'll be doing that again. Like I said, I think I'm gonna do a couple of top 10 videos on some genres. We'll figure out what that's gonna be when I get to it. But I appreciate y'all staying by, and I hope that you're still hanging in there with me. I know sometimes I'm kind of winging it, but y'all get it. We're just like chit chatting here, man. So I think most of y'all get it, and I hope y'all can stick with me. And whatever you don't like, just let me know in the nicest way, and we'll see what we can do to make that change. But I appreciate y'all and everything that y'all doing. You're surprising me every day with the things that I'm seeing. I'm learning a lot from you. I hope you're learning something from me and something from this channel. And we're gonna see you next time on the Music Mindset channel. Thanks, guys.